It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bengals and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams...
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. On the return is Dylan Laube. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Minshew. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will score. Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his second touchdown of the year. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Second down, Burrow. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. They get 19 on that pass play. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On first down, Burrow. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Nice play there by T. Higgins, and when you think, Mike, back to 2023, he's only able to play 12 games, still had just under 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. The hope in Cincinnati is when this guy is healthy, they have themselves a bona fide superstar at the wide receiver position.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another 1st down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 1st down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will power his way into the end zone. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Laube now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Madison. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. They get the big tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller there. On the give, this is Madison. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On the ground, it's Madison. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. Trenton Irwin back deep for the Bengals. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. On the ground, Edwards-Helaire. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's 2nd and 6. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. A run, Edwards-Helaire. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive, that's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Von Bell. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9, nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
At the Raiders' 38-yard line.
Now, Burrow. That's caught. It's Trenton Irwin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's complete to all the tight ends. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw is Burrow. He's got it at the 7, and he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage. Catch.
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So after 1, it's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his 1st effort. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd in inches. Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick six for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return is Chase Brown. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Burrow now. That's caught by Edwards-Helaire. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Burrow to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Putting the tight end in motion. Now, Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get forward to about the 42. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. 3rd down, 3 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Working across the field. This one's to Higgins. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a designed run. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw on the run is complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals move out in front. The new score, 17-14. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. Whoa. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion is Gallup. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with Madison. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and throw with Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Madison. And he's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
On 1st down, a run with Madison. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Zach Cunningham, the linebacker, on the tackle. Again, it's Madison. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the 1st half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. He'll get that to all his tight end. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
At the 37-yard line.
They go play action for Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. A run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down.
2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
A first down throw for Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
That's another Bengals first down. First and goal at the
To throw is Burrow. He's going to tuck it and go. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Tight end going in motion here. On third and goal, they'll run for it. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for first and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. To throw, Minshew. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. This time they stay on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. On first down, Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Emerson Smith, a big loss on the play, brings up second down.
So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we stay in the Empire State as we head up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Josh Allen, strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Burrow here on 2nd down. That one incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Raiders offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll run here with Madison. The Raiders send their punt team out, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Now the return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down, Burrow. That's complete to all the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The next drive about to get going as we check out what's coming up a little later here in Week 9. Tonight, Sunday Night Football. It'll be the Jaguars and Eagles coming up at 8:20 Eastern Time in Philadelphia. And then tomorrow night, Election Night Eve, Monday Night Football as the Bucs and Chiefs. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55 at 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 in KC. On the give, this is Madison. And he's going to have the 1st down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. He'll manage only a couple. Zach Cunningham, the linebacker, on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Raiders.
Throwing is Minshew. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
On the ground, it's Madison. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
9-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Play action now with Minshew. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Michael Gallup. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll go here with Madison. 14 on the pickup. First down, Vegas.
Taken down at the
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
To the right side, here's Madison. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. They'll stick with Madison. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. From the gun, here's Minshew. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up fourth down. These are drive killers.
A 45-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. First and 10. To throw is Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And the Bengals first down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. Now, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
on the ground. Edwards-Helaire. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Marcus Epps up from the secondary to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Bengals.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense.
Burrow now. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they have the first down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. That's on the veteran Trent Brown. Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now, this looks like a design run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This one caught at the 4. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but all...
And he will score again by Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They put Adams in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's to the right side and incomplete. Michael Gallup was the intended target there. And third down coming up. Back is Minshew. This one complete to Bryant. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. They'll go. It's Madison. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A gain of a yard. And the Las Vegas first down.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll come up here, first and 10. Now Minshew. That's taken in by the running back, Madison. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete, but there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a first down.
Automatic first down.
Throwing again is Minshew. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 12. First down, Raiders.
Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Now a give out of the gun. It's Madison. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
Again, it's Madison. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Minshew going to look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's second and 2. Here's Madison. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Stop short of the goal line.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here now, second down and goal. They'll run with Madison. No signal, and we will not get one. He stopped short, and now it's third and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still third down.
3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Raiders 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run, Edwards-Helaire. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now we're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Here's 1st and 10. Minshew out of the pistol here. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Minshew. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and throw with Minshew. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's going to be caught by Gallup.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Man in motion is Gallup. To the air on third down, it's Minshew. He's going to take a shot down the field.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down. It's fourth down, so this is a very big call. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. They're all set to punt this one away. Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A throw on the run is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll let this go downfield for Mayer. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll drop to throw. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually.
Good blocking, and he's in. Gardner Minshew. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Minshew. That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.